Hey guys, what's up? It's Taylor. So I just kind of wanted to do like this kind of quick sort of video of like a how-to of how to use Google Flights. I'll be providing all sorts of how-to videos and helping you guys in terms of money-saving ideas and things like that. But I kind of wanted to do this one really quickly because not a lot of people are using Google Flights, which was very surprising to me. Because I mean it's like the best way to kind of look for ticket deals and flights and things like that. And I mean with everything else you can do on Google, but I think that we're all kind of so used to using like the Expedia and the Priceline and things like that, which are good too. Like those are really great to use, that not a lot of people use, like, you know, Google Flights. So I kind of wanted to just kind of give you all sort of like a rundown of how to use that. And you know, this is just a really quick sort of like tutorial of like how to and everything. And then if you guys have any questions or want a more in-depth video or want me to kind of cover something else, then let me know, comment below, and I'll get back to you, you know, as soon as I can, and sort of provide you with any more sort of one-on-one information. I don't exclusively use Google Flights, and I'm not like an expert in it by any means, but I use it pretty decently. I at least use it majority of the time to at least look for flights and stuff, and then I may go on to like a website's, you know, a website and book it or something like that. Maybe it honestly just depends. So anyway, let's get into that. So let's go ahead and put the computer screen on. So, this is what I use to kind of look for Google Flights. So I just open up a new web browser. I typically use Google Chrome because, you know, it's the best, I guess. And, you know, I have a MacBook, and I hate, let me, come back to me first. Okay, come back to me. Hi. I hate that I have to use Safari in order to get the little, the little bookmarks or whatever that are on like the touchscreen. You know, let me show you. Okay. So, do you see right here on my MacBook where it shows right now that it's recording, right? But like I'll include like another picture or whatever of it. But like right there on this like touchscreen bar, which is like super cool. See, I can like press the button and it opens up all those other things and make my screen brighter, blah blah blah. Like on there, which is so freaking cool, right? I have no idea if that shot's like centered, but we're just gonna assume that it is. Okay, like on there, whenever you open up Safari, it shows all of like the different bookmarks and tabs of like your favorite websites on there, but it won't do that for anything else, not for Google Chrome or any other web browser. So I am stuck with having to use Safari. Just worst. I am stuck with having to use Safari if I want to be able to utilize that touch bar, which is the only reason I got this MacBook in the first place, and why I paid so bloody much for it was because that stupid touch bar, which is just still amazing. But I hate that I have to use Safari for so much. Like it irks my nerves. Anyway, back to the screen. Oh, back to me. Also, sorry I look terrible. It's like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm also sorry I'm talking so low. People are sleeping in the house, and I'm trying to be respectful, you know, because I care. Anyways, okay, back to the screen. Okay, so anyways, so to the tutorial video, so what we're gonna do is normally I just like kind of Google Flights or whatever. If you open up Chrome, it'll come up, and then here is Google Flights. So I'll kind of like give you guys like a rundown. Like I guess this is kind of like showing you a picture of some mountain or rock or whatever somewhere, and then it's kind of showing you popular destinations from where I am. So right now I'm in Dallas, it's where I live, obviously, so it's showing like popular places to go to from here. Oh, it's mountains in Phoenix. Okay, cool. And it's kind of like giving you like prices and everything. So actually, for my birthday, something that I want to do is go to, come back to me. Okay, something that I want to do is actually go to Nevada. I saw like something on Facebook or whatever about how like there's this like combat flight thing in Nevada, like by Las Vegas, where you can like actually like fly a plane kind of yourself with like a pilot in the back, obviously, and then you'll like be able to go through and do all these like cool stunts and tricks and everything. And I was like, oh my god, that sounds so awesome. So like I totally want to do that. So anyway, so that's kind of what I want to look for. So back to this. Okay, back to the screen. So looking at this, so we got the picture of Phoenix. So right now I'm going to look, so here you can search round trip, one way, multi-city. Now multi-city is going to be like, you know, if you want to stop in other places, you know, like I put in one of my other blogs, that normally, generally the cheapest plane tickets are the ones with the most stops on them, you know, the most layovers, just because the more stops you have, the cheaper it is, I guess. But it also takes longer to get to your destination and to and from your destination, so that always kind of sucks. Then you can select how many passengers, adults, children, infants, right there, and then which class you want to sit in. I'm just going to pretty much do economy unless I get a free upgrade, because I don't have money like that, so economy it is. So then let's do Dallas to Las Vegas, Nevada. And so the neat thing about this is that you can either select any of like these airports that are like near Las Vegas, I guess, or anywhere that you're kind of looking for, or you can select the entire city itself. So like in Dallas right now, I have Dallas, Texas, all airports selected, but I could select DFW, or I could select Love Field, but I'm just going to do Dallas, so that way it gives me an option of everything, right? And then I want to look for leaving. So this is the main reason for using Google Flights, right? So if you look on here, it gives you a calendar of the prices that you're like looking at in terms of like flying and everything else like that, which is amazing. So my birthday's in July, so like let's look. July 13th is my birthday, by the way, in case you didn't know. So if I wanted to go somewhere during this week, let's say, or you know, whatever the case may be, then like it's $133 4-day round trip starting on the 9th. Then if I came back Friday, then the entire trip would be like $133. Or if I came back Wednesday, $156, blah blah. So let's say I want to go like Monday through Thursday, right? Just for a couple days, because I don't really gamble that much, and you know, like there's only a couple of things that I want to do, so I'd be fine with kind of going right before my birthday. So let's do that. So Monday through Thursday, Monday, July 9th, Thursday, July 12th. And now, just side note, by the way, typically it's going to be cheaper to fly during the week. All the business travelers are going on Monday though, so it's not always the cheapest to fly on Monday or to fly back on Friday. We could leave on like a Tuesday, come back on a Saturday or something, depending on how long you want your trip to be. But we'll get to that at that's another video. Anyway, so basically, you know, you have all these various options, right? So this is showing right now, it's Dallas, Las Vegas, Monday, July 9th through July 12th. So this allows you to see, like it says, it can actually show you the carry-on bag prices, to show if like certain airlines, like I know Spirit, I think I've never personally flown Spirit because I value my life, but there are other people that have flown Spirit, and like from my understanding, you have to pay for every little thing. So you know, like I guess that would be applicable to them. You can actually, from stops, you can choose the number of stops you want. You can choose the price, like if you scroll this, see it's got up to any price under 2,000, under 900, blah blah. And then this will actually show time, so anytime you want to depart, anytime you want to arrive, you just kind of scroll this and see. And then you can also pick which airlines you want to use. You can actually select all airlines, or select just Alaska, American, Delta, whatever. And then you also go to more, and so this is a really interesting option to me. It gives you the option to book separate tickets through different partners, which oftentimes can be cheaper depending on how far you're going and where you're coming and going from, depending on how the airlines work in that general area. Doing this can actually like be really good and save you a lot of money. And during like a flight video of how to plan flights and everything, I'll talk about that more. Obviously, this isn't that sort of how-to video. This is just going over specifically Google Flights. But generally speaking, I mean, you have to really do research and when it comes to like booking flights and traveling. So definitely do your research when it comes to that. But yes, a lot of the times it might be cheaper to actually get separate tickets rather than having them all on the same airline, same carrier, whatever the case may be. All right. So those are those options. So right now we actually have the dates option to see flight prices for similar dates. So what's cool about that is you can expand it and then it'll show you, it'll show you the similar to that calendar. See, it's kind of showing me right now. So Monday, July 9th, $133. If I were to leave on Sunday, $159. Saturday, $156. If I leave on Tuesday, it's $138. So it kind of like varies and shows you the different options in here as well. Then you also have like a price graph which breaks it down a little bit more in terms of like if you extended or shortened your trip. You know, like it kind of shows, okay, so it's still a 3-day trip, but Saturday to Tuesday and Sunday to Wednesday, and like my birthday Friday to Monday, $192. You know, so it kind of shows, so you can kind of like use this graph. It doesn't really seem like there's anything cheaper. It looks like $133 might be the cheapest in terms of everything in July, but there's that. So then you also have this option where use the map to explore, yeah. So then you also have this option where it'll show you the different airports that you can fly in at and the cost of it. So it looks like the closest airport obviously is the one that's in Las Vegas, but then there's also one in St. George, and then there's one up here in Cedar City, which is in Ohio, and then you have the couple of airports here in LA, the LA Metro. So, and then there's one in Flagstaff. So you can actually like open this map to kind of decide where it might be cheaper for you to like fly into. Like maybe another airport that's not like the major airport will be cheaper to fly into, or maybe where you need to go or where you need to like leave from. Like let's say you're gonna go see family in LA, well then you can plan your departure trip from the LA airport all right here, rather than having to kind of look up separate things. You know, it can all kind of be done from inside Google Flights and inside what you know Google is using to plan everything, and it includes all the major carriers. So and pretty much all the carriers really. And then this is just tips on, you know, using it and changing dates, a travel guide, things like that. You know, you can kind of explore that. So basically when you come down here, you see all of the various flights and flight times. So it looks like that $133 price is with Sun County Airlines. Never heard of them. Okay. But see, it's a direct trip, and you go from DFW at 3:45 p.m. You get into McCarran at 4:30, and so it's a 2-hour and 45-minute trip. Not too bad. Then you also have like non-stops with Spirit, and then if you want to go into other departing flights, then you have, you know, American and Southwest, and you know all of these other, it says longer, more expensive flights. So you know that's going to be like, this gets up to $300 some odd. So obviously, you know, you don't want to necessarily do that. So let's say I take this like Sun County one because it's the cheapest, and I don't mind getting there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It gives me time to like maybe go out and have a nice dinner, blah blah. I'm gonna be there for a couple days anyways. This is kind of why I'm planning on the couple of days, so that way I can plan around poor flight times, you know, because I'm not trying to spend a lot of money going. I really just want to do that one thing and then kind of be done. But I'm going to be in Vegas, so I obviously will do more than just that one thing, right? So let's select that flight. So then it gives us a couple of different options. So that $133 price tag is with this flight, this 5:20 p.m. to 10 p.m. time difference, so it's still non-stop, and so I'll get back home at 10 p.m. So I'd be there for 1 full day roughly, or 2 full days roughly, and then, you know, a half, well, the evening, the first day I arrive, and then for a good duration of the day, that third day. So that's 3 pretty good days, 3.5 days in Vegas, honestly. That's not bad for $133. Very good. So let's say I take that one, right? So then it shows economy, no overhead bin access. They don't have it yet. And then it gives me like my itinerary, so it shows I'm departing and I'm returning, and then it says charges a fee, so I can see what their fee is. So my first check bag would be $40, second check bag would be $50, carry-on is $60. Jesus, man, what the hell of a carry-on bag fee? Sorry, I normally fly like American or Delta or something. I don't fly on a lot of airlines that have carry-on bag fees. But so another cool thing about this though is that they actually have an option to track prices, where you can monitor the lowest price of the itinerary and receive alerts by it. So let's say you didn't want to like book this right this second, right? Flights change all the time, so I always suggest the further in advance you can book something, book it. But let's say you could click that, and then it will track the price for you, and it'll actually like kind of like send it to you. So I could actually like put in my email address here, but like, you know, like see 56 days ago it was at $127, then 42 days ago it spiked, then actually, you know, 33 days ago it went down again, then it spiked again 24 days ago, then it kind of is tapered off at 143, and then it kind of dropped again to 133, which is where we are today. So it'll actually like track this, and if you want to like have something tracking your flights for like a couple of days, then you can turn on the email notifications right here, and it will send you it'll send you like this sort of price history and when the price changes. So that's pretty cool to do too if you don't need to buy it right then and you have like a few weeks or a couple of months ahead of time. Like if I was planning this, I might, since it's kind of like dropped and stuff a few times in a week's time, I might give it about a week and, you know, track this, put the email notifications on, and let it kind of email me and tell me what's happened in terms of if this price has dropped or went down. It looks like the cheapest it's been is $127, so that's only a few dollars cheaper than what I'm spending for it, so it's not, you know, but every dollar counts. So but yeah, so this is basically this is the way to kind of use Google Flights, and it's something that I use pretty much all the time. And you can use it for international flights, you can use it generally for flights anywhere, and I personally kind of love using Google Flights. I don't always book with Google Flights or buy my ticket on there, but normally it's kind of a good indication of what the flights maybe usually are on, like American, Delta, and things like that. And then you can kind of always go look there as well, because sometimes it might be slightly cheaper. I mean, they're giving you the prices from their website, so it's gonna be like the same price. But you know, if you want to double check, do your due diligence, and you know, do that. And you know, still use Priceline and Expedia and things like that. Like, I'm not saying don't ever use them, but this is a pretty good indication of what things are going to be, and it has a pretty far out calendar, so you can use it for several months in advance. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll at least plan things with Google Flights. When I want to go somewhere, I'll look into Google Flights and see what everything's looking like, and then kind of, you know, go from there in terms of when I actually want to like sit down and commit and pay for everything. But I'll plan stuff out, you know, months before I even really start planning it out and buying it, you know, and that's what I'll use. And a lot of people do book stuff off Google Flights as well all the time, and I have, you know, bought tickets from there and everything. It's just all about how you want to use it, but I think that Google Flights is one of the best things to use in terms of looking for things for booking flights and stuff. Well, I hope you guys like this video, and sorry I look such a mess while recording it and everything, but like I said, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and yeah, so I'm going to get ready to go to bed because I am tired. But I do hope this helps you guys. Please let me know if you have any other comments or suggestions, or if you want any other how-to videos on specific things. Like I said, this is just my first one in a long line of many that I'll show you guys in terms of, and I'll show apps and how to do stuff on the website as well, and also, like, you know, electronics that I use when traveling, how to use those, drones, cameras, things like that. So this is kind of just the first in like a long series of how-to videos that I'm going to have. So but if you have any questions, any comments or anything, please let me know. If you liked this, then please give it a like, do a thumbs up, and subscribe, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you guys around the world. Bye.